It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is your feel-good breakfast show. It is the month of love. And yes, we do need to emphasize that word. Why? Because love really does make the world go round. And this morning, we link up with newlyweds Jarrad and Kim Ricketts, who are celebrating their first Valentine's together since tying the knot.
Yeah. Now, of course, this morning, I see you over there, you lovebirds. Now, this morning, we have a couple of questions for the lads and lasses, of course, the two newlyweds. And we thought we would kick it off by just diving straight into the guys. So, of course, always a pleasure having you together. You're like a role model when it comes to our Expresso couple. I think everybody's just inspired by the two of you. So, first you've got to ask is that who was the first one to make the move? Was it a DM sliding situation?
Or do you tell the story?
You tell the story.
So obviously, you know that I know Kim since about the age of 8 years old, 9 years old, because she's my cousin's best friend, and she was always at parties and stuff. But anyway, gosh, how did it actually happen?
You texted me. It was still BB. I remember.
What did you slide
BB? So I was in Spain performing, and I started texting her, saying, hi, how are you? But you know, you have an agenda, you know, how am I gonna do this thing right? And then you can continue because she knows.
Okay, he disappears after a few months of chatting, saying, I'm coming home next month, and all of a sudden, no message, nothing. Yeah, no, it was just gone. Eventually, I think it was about a few months later, 2 months later or 3 months later, I get this BBM saying, hey, is that you running across the road in Kenilworth? I'm like, how weird are you? You just disappeared, and all of a sudden I get this message. Fast track, we then started chatting because I eventually read the message and respond. And I think it was about 4 months after that, Jarrad says to me, so let's do the coffee. And I'm like, no, because now I'm like, I don't want to seem too eager, right? So I go, no. And he says to me, I'm actually going on a date with this other chick tomorrow.
Wow.
I knew.
That's what he did. That's what he did.
Hey, when I did that, she was like, okay, let's go on a coffee date.
Oh, wow.
So you got to work with the plan. And here we are today, you know. But essentially, I made the first move, and then, but it was still up to.
Was it reverse psychology? Was that intentional? We're going to leave it at that.
I didn't know at the time, eh?
I'm learning.
Okay, the next question is, who said I love you first?
Wow, I said I love you first, right?
You did?
Yeah, and it was the weirdest thing because when I started engaging with Kim and we started dating, you know, I just was so mesmerized, you know, and I think then I knew this is the woman that I'm going to marry. There was just something about her. I don't know if it's in her eyes or she's very caring, she's very kind. And I said, I could do this for the rest of my life, you know, kind of thing. And then I think I just said it one day randomly, and she was like, And that's the thing with love is that for her, she also had to warm up to that. So maybe I was a little bit too out there with saying it.
He was ready. He was all in. He was like, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And
So Jarrad was the first to sell out. So then let me ask you this, all right? So once you've said the I love yous, you've said the I do's, and we're moving on, do you ever get that moment and you often, I don't know, you'd sit in a movie, and my version would be, if I was looking across at my partner and saw them preparing a protein shake and packing my Speedo for adventure, I'd be like, you know, I just fall for it in that moment. And I'd be like, I love you. Do you have a moment like that where you just like stare?
I don't think it's in my Speedo, though.
No.
That's not a moment for me.
I honestly do, though. I honestly do, and it's the weirdest thing. So because I also manage Jarrad, I usually go with him to, most of the time I'm with him at gigs. And I sit there and I find myself just having this silly smile on my face as soon as he sings, just going, like, after I've packed the bag.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yes, I love all of that. Like,
That's my man.
that's my man.
What's the most romantic thing he's ever done for you? Besides the proposal, what is that one thing that makes you go, oh?
How?
The most romantic thing? I think there's quite a few, and that's why I'm like, oh, which one? Jarrad knows that I am super busy at work and even before lockdown. So the one thing that he really does is he really takes care of me in the sense of cooks. So he'll bring me lunch, he'll bring me snacks, and he'll always get me to that point of, it's time to finish now, this is the time, let's go for that walk. And I think I need that specifically in terms of the career and being busy. So I think the most romantic thing is just reminding me that I need to take care of myself too. And the fact that it means so much to him to take care of me, I think It's the most romantic thing.
Oh, I told you,
Am I
So let me ask you guys this. Let's have a little bit of fun. So obviously we've asked Mzansi what your song would be if you could sing it to your loved one. So Jarrad, being the singer that you are and you have one song, I know you've got millions of choices, but to serenade your wife, your woman,
To marinate
your
my
princess,
wife.
to marinate
With
her,
music.
what would it be? And
What song would that be?
what would it be? And give us a little line. of
Gosh.
course. Come on.
You know me, I'm always prepared, guys.
This is your moment.
Always.
Maybe Michael can help me out. All of me loves all of you. I love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. You give your all to me, I'll give my all to you, 'cause you're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning, 'cause I'll give you all of me, and you give me all of you. Oh, give me all of you.
I asked you earlier if you ever had that moment, and I saw it right now. You were staring in his eyes.
And you know what, guys? It's not just the music. I want to do something for her today. So I got a little something.
Oh, we got more surprises in Zanzi.
My thing
I
is
don't
to
know
make
what's
all
going on
surprise.
right now. Jamie, you got a heads up?
Yeah,
on this?
well, Jarrad, I believe you do have a surprise courtesy of Expresso, Woodies, and yourself. Please tell us what it is.
Listen, so on behalf of Expresso and myself, we just want to say thank you for who you are and who you are to me.
So kind.
And I'm so proud of you today for sitting on this couch and sharing what you know. That's the kind of person she is. She wants to give of herself all the time. And I'm proud of you for stepping into your light. And because you do that, you encourage me to do the same. I love you so much.
Thank you, my love. I'm not going to kiss you, but thank you.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Much love out here. Too much. She got makeup on her face and she doesn't want to give the whole smooch thing, you know?
Thank you so much, guys.
The Ricketts, ladies and gentlemen, so beautiful to be able to connect with them this morning. Also hear their love story. Of course, we're still celebrating the month of love and also the week of love. And here is some more Valentine's ideas with Uncle Tabs.
Coming.